Hello and welcome back to the Arctic winter here in Out of World course. So today you join me in my loader, and I think it's time that we kind of start making our way to the summit of this mountain that we're working on here. So I want to come right over here to the end where I've been working on, and I think I want to build a ramp up to the highest point it is here. We have a cell phone tower that we're going to unlock there, or we've already unlocked, and I want to make a nice little place for us. We're out here in the wilderness all alone. We're most definitely going to need some internet, that is for sure. So let me start making my way up the side of this mountain here. So we're going to pair our loader up here with the rock truck, of course, make things as efficient as possible, and I've left myself plenty of turning room there. But I'm hoping in my inventory there that I have a couple of ramp pieces. I'm pretty sure that I'm there ready to go from the last time that I was using them. So let's scrape out this ice here on the side and kind of give ourselves a good little guide with our first pieces there to make it as easy as possible. Lay it out for ourselves, I should say. Now I'm not too sure that this bigger loader here is the actual tool for this job. I think it might be better to use the little L11 there, but we'll see how this goes for now. You can delete as much of that ice there as possible when reversing back. It is waste material, overburden I should say. And also I've run quite a bit of paid dirt through my production facility down there as well, or my plant I should say, so I'm gonna go ahead there and do a clean out at the end of this video. We should have a couple of stacks of ore there for sure. Continue to take chunks out of this ice here, it's good. Get rid of much of that rubbish as possible. Let me get another couple of scoops in and we'll jump out and get a couple of ramp pieces laid down, just as a guide. And ooh, one thing that I actually did forget, I believe if we went to our quest here, there is a quest for making beams, nuts and bolts. Okay, so I need to start at the very first part of that quest there, and I'm not making steel beams at the moment. Okay, never mind, that's my fault. But since we're out of our vehicle here, let's go ahead there and get our ramp pieces set up how we want them. We're using the polished concrete ramp piece. It is a little bit expensive, but that's okay. Money is not an issue right now. Let's get ourselves a bit more of a concrete foundation down there. And we can actually come in with a couple of low scoops here to clear that up a bit. Wrangling the bucket a little bit too far down there, but that's alright, no problem. It's pay dirt, it's always worth taking it, of course. This little tunnel through this mountain here has been quite an investment. I spent many millions on it. But it was fun, and we probably made profit off it in the end there. I mean, there is quite a lot of blasted rock in there that we scooped out. Alright, let's go out to the edge here. Pushing myself back in there with that bucket. Let's clean up this edge here. The FPS drops as I go through the ice. I think I can get another couple of full buckets into this rock truck. We're losing a little bit over the side there, but that's alright. It is pretty full, but we can get one more at least. Let's go for a higher one this time and try and stay to the left if I can. There we go. Delete some of that ice as I come back here. There we go, that little kind of half floating bit there was annoying me, so that got rid of it nice and easily. Alrighty, that truck is full. Let me get this back into position here. We are seeing a little bit of a cave-in feature. I need to expand my mesh roof there, but that's a job for another day, I think. We'll get one more grade here with our foundation, let's call it. Let's get rid of that real quick. Alrighty, and just a little bit of a cleanup to do on the edge there. That's no problem. Alrighty, let's get these ramp pieces out then. So, get you like that. Just snap onto them. Let's get you 5 wide. That should be plenty wide to get that machine up there. If not, we can always add on to it, no problem whatsoever. And this will be a good little guide, so I'm not digging too much out there. We can continue to clear this left here, why not? Actually, let's see if that concrete will fit here. It will. There we go. There's a bunch of ice there, but that's okay, no big deal. I kind of like the aesthetic of it encroaching on my foundation there. Actually, we can get another couple of another 2 buckets into this. It looks overloaded, but in fact it's not. Surprisingly. Alright, let's try and stay in line then with my foundation pieces here. Ooh, right up on the bed of that truck. That's good. Fill the front part in. And I don't see how we can get another scoop onto that. Surely that's overloaded. Am I underestimating this truck? Perhaps I am. We would have got one more on there, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm happy with that. Whole bunch of pay dirt in there, as well as normal dirt. A little bit of a dark day here, bit of light snow going on. I think we might have to get the lights on here, to be honest. Yeah, it's definitely a dull day, for sure. See the ice kind of forming up on the top of the truck there. It's a cold one. Or the frost, I should say, not the ice. Same thing, I guess, frost, ice. Jack Frost. Alrighty, if I can get out of my truck here, it would help. Let's jump up there real quick and get back to it. Alrighty, let's work on this right side for a scoop or 2. Scrape and lift. That's plenty full there. Plenty full. Alrighty, let's go ahead and dump that in there. Go for a higher one. Take out this chunk here. There we go. And hopefully I won't have too much blasting to do to get the ice off the top of that tunnel there. The tunnel as you ramp up, I should say. Let's go out to the left here. There we go. Ooh, danger, danger. Slowly. Alright, let's get that bucket kind of lined up a little bit better with the angle there. That will do nicely. A little bit tight with the turning room there at the edge, but no big deal. Let's go back to the right here then. Try and get that angle right as we come in. Good. Yeah, I think I want to fix this mesh roof sooner rather than later, just for the visual effect of it, to see how it looks. I think I might finish out this video by doing that, but that's not for a while. We have plenty of work to do here first. Not sure if I'm going to make it all the way up to the top of this, but we'll see how far we get. Couple more scoops then and we can go ahead and reset ourselves. Reset ourselves, says I mean unload this truck. Alright, let's get that bucket to maximum height there and scrape this. Here we go. Not exactly what I wanted, but close enough. And we're actually pretty close here to unlocking a new loader. Level 45 I believe it is. It'd be quite interesting to see that. Not a huge fan of this loader. It is good of course. It just feels like it's slightly lacking power. I guess it is an absolute massive bucket on it. 28 square meters I believe. So we just about have room for that scoop on the back of that truck. I could go for one more, but that would be a little bit ridiculous, so I won't. Alrighty, let's get ourselves down a couple more concrete or ramp pieces here if we can, just to see how the progress is going here. So can we get you in there? We can, and we can get you in there. Let's do a little bit of hand digging here. Clean this up. Okay, we're not going to get another ramp piece down this time around, but I'll try and keep that bucket a bit closer to the ground so we're scraping this crap out of our way so we can continue upwards. You can hear the cave-in animations there. It's not ideal obviously, but we'll fix that pretty soon. Or maybe it's actually the truck making that noise, I'm not too sure. We would have actually fit another load onto the back of this, believe it or not. I guess at the back of the truck bed there's a little bit of room to the left and the right, that's why it's not fully overloaded. Excuse me. And that's a whole lot of pay dirt going down to the facility there. Love to see it. Alrighty, let's get ourselves back up there. Okay, like I said, let's try and scrape this out. So that should do nicely indeed there. Very good. Okay. Getting cut up there in a little bit of ice. Lost a little bit there over the side. But not the end of the world, plenty more pay dirt where that came from. Okay, and let's try just like that. And lift. And back. Good. Get the lights on the loader as well, why not? It's not so dark this end of the tunnel. Feels like over where the dump deck is a bit darker. Okay, nice full easy load that time, lifting. I want to eventually be able to get this rock truck up to the top of this hill here and start clearing out the top of it as well. So I think I'm gonna have to dig out the lower platform, we'll say where the truck is parked now. I'm going to dig that out a little bit more and get a ramp up to this higher platform on this end of the tunnel. Is what I'm thinking of doing with that. But for right now, it's almost ideally placed, I would say. It was quite a lot of work digging out that lower second platform there, but in the end I was glad I did it. It was just made a kind of using the rack truck a much more enjoyable experience. Well, of course the bucket on the loader is high enough to reach up over the side of it there. It just feels a lot nicer to have it on a kind of lower area. It's a little bit less work required with the mouse. And it feels like you get, you know, if you're loading over this one side of this rock truck with this loader, all the dirt is kind of on one side of it and you're not really getting a full load, you know. So it's it was a lot of work, but it's kind of paying off now with the efficiency. I'm getting nice loads into that truck. let's try and get down a little bit lower here as we come up. Bounced over where I wanted to go, but that's alright. I think this is where the L11 would be much better for this job, to be honest. Just as the bucket on it scrapes the ground so well, as you just have a more go forward power. You know, this thing gets caught up really easily. Anything will stop it. Like, there we go. That's a bit more like what I wanted. But I really had to angle those T's into the ground there. As you can see, a huge chunk is taken out of that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead there and call that full. Let's jump out here, get my ramp pieces out. So we are back to piece number or we're on piece number 1. There we go. So let's go back to number 4 there. And can I see where you are on the screen, please? Okay, so what we can do is put this down, and I believe we should be able to put this on top of that now. There we go. Doesn't want to do what I want. Come on. There you go. And piece number 3. Had to think about that. And 2. And 1. Okay, that's about as much progress as we're getting that time, which isn't too bad. We're slowly but surely going to get there. Okay, I think I'm gonna do another rock truck or 2 here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get a clean out done down there. Get the warehouse over at the home facility there in the distance, all stacked up with my ores and diamonds. Keep that XP bar moving along. There we go, back into position already. Let's fill her up again then. Alright, let's work on this left side here a little bit. Not exactly what I wanted, but this loader kind of has a mind of its own sometimes. Alright, let's scrape out this right side if we can. Get the angle, rise, teeth down, good. Good, 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 lift. And back. Okay, really kind of not getting far very quickly, to say the least. I thought we'd be slightly more up that side of the hill by now, but it's okay. It's okay. Alright, let's get the teeth really into the ground this time to clear this bit out. Yeah, we got it. We got what we required there. That's good. Let's do the same then on the left. Angle those teeth down. Good. Make some room for more ramp. I think we need to go in for a couple of higher ones there now. And again, let's get up the top there. Good. And I think we can continue with pretty much the same thing here, a little bit lower this time. We have a stubborn piece of dirt there, or a stubborn pixel there I should say. Okay, we got it. Oh. Well, that's not good. Lower that bucket. Good. A little bit of stability. Let's get those teeth down, scoop some of that. Very nice. I would say we're about halfway up this mountain. Ish. Yeah, maybe. Quite a fall to the left. Oh, we have a broken vehicle, so let's jump in here and see what we need to fix. So our battery is dead. It's just the battery, not too bad actually. Which you would expect in the cold conditions. Go ahead and throw a high quality one in there, why not? So there it is. Should be good to go once more. Good. Oh yeah, clear that ice out. Get rid of that crap. And it's going decently well, I would say. I think our rock truck is full here, so we can back this loader up, get it into position. So let's see if I can't get another couple of ramp pieces down here. There we go. Oops. And we're on number 1. Oh, did the same thing, of course. Need to kind of aim it at the corner of the existing piece, if you can get the angle. There we go. So that was piece 1, we're back to piece 4. Okay, let's just go ahead here and throw that down to make it a little bit easier for ourselves. Again, trying to aim at the corner here. Doesn't want to play ball though. There we go. Okay, good. Good. Can we get one more? We started this side, I think we can. And that's nice there now. Okay, another couple of pieces. Okay, beautiful. Good progress. Alright, let's dump this truck then and get back up here. Okay, need to scrape some of this dirt off the ground as I come up this time. Let's try and get it there. We missed it. Somehow we missed this. I mean, I have my doubts about that. Yeah, it's just this this machine in particular doesn't like this kind of work. Okay, kind of force it there. Well, no, kind of force it. We absolutely brunt force this. Yeah, let's keep going for a couple more one here. Good. Push that payload back. I think I may jump out here and get a little bit of drainite out to push back some of that ice there. Yeah, for sure. I think we will break out some explosives here before I dump this next full load here. Just to make it slightly easier there. Take a chunk out of the top there. Stubborn. Didn't like that, did it? Okay, we might struggle. As we've no momentum. And I'm getting pushed back. Bouncing back off it, I should say. Oh, okay, wow. Really does not like that piece of dirt there. Okay, that's good. We managed to dislodge it. The permafrost, let's call it. Okay, good. Oops. Okay, we have some momentum. Let's take out this stubborn bit at the top here. We're still bouncing off that snack grass, but we're making progress. I think we'll get one more full load into this rock truck here. One more, I should say. Go for a lower one this time. Getting pushed all over the place in this big old heavy loader. You'd imagine that that would be nearly impossible to push this thing around. Alrighty, let's jump out here, then do a little bit of building and break out some explosives. Okay, so let's break out this next row of ramp here. Oops, I'm always doing that. It's incredibly frustrating. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. Okay, so let me get the drain out there. There we go, beautiful. And we want to put the drain out to snap build. Get rid of all this crap out here. You can take some of the higher stuff as well, why not? Okay, and let's blast. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. We can take a little bit more even. Let's not go crazy here. Just a little bit to help ourselves out. Make this a slightly less painful experience. Okay, and that's pretty good. I think I should be able to clean this up here with my bucket quite a bit. We can get rid of this here though, and this one. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Alrighty, let's get this rock truck cleared out and get ourselves a clean up then. Get my smelters back into full capacity there. We can go right ahead and run downstairs here. So it's been a little while now since I played. Well, it's been a few days, so I can't exactly remember how much material we've ran. But let's check the sluice box here. Oof, we've quite a lot of gold ore there. I know we're still running some material through the system there, but that's okay. That can go into the next time. We have a full stack of rubies there. That's really quite something. That's good. Let's check our coal there. We have a bunch of coal. We can just keep this. Our smelter here then. We didn't run a whole lot of gravel. We have a little bit of steel there. We can take that. Aluminium we can take as well. Why not? And the high temp smelter. We have a little bit of material here. Nothing crazy. But we can take that as well. Why not? Alrighty, let me find my little car here. I think it's up top, perhaps. It is, there it is. And we'll head over to the warehouse. Maybe. Oh, we're level 44. Beautiful. Getting up there now. Don't turn it. Oops. I might need to get a tire or chain tires for this thing. It's all over the place. Alrighty, let's pull up then. It's actually been a while since I've been in here. We're not smelting nothing, so it'll be good to get these back up and running. Actually, what I should have done is go ahead and brought some coal with me so we can start making some rubber. So I think I'm just going to quick travel here to get myself a stack or two of coal. We jump down here to our storage real quick. Oops. There we go, and let's get ourselves a couple of stacks of coal there. There we go. So we can run back up to my vehicle then and tab back over to the warehouse. There we go. So we have a bunch of silicone in here. We can go ahead and queue up all of that. Or rubber, I should say, turning that silicone into rubber. There's some plastics there, let's grab those. And we can do the rest with gold here. Beautiful. Nice long queue on that smelter then. So we can completely fill this one with gold, I would say. Or actually we have a bunch of silicone that we need to smelt as well. Let's get that queued up in this one. We have a bit of silicone there to turn to rubber. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll put the rest in as gold. Beautiful. So no silicone here, we'll do full gold. And we have a bit of a clean out to do here, but we're doing quite well on cash at the moment. I don't think I'm going to do that just right now. So we can put a bunch of rubies in here. Let's get a stack of diamonds and another ruby there. Same story in this one. Actually, let's just get all our diamonds in here. Get those out of the way and done with. And how many more diamonds? There we go. So we have 7,000 rubies. Let's get 3 stacks of them in here. And here, another couple of stacks. This one. Let's throw the rest in there, no problem. There we go. So this one can be full gold. I have something working away here. We have a bit of gold in here. How much do we have? Okay. Let's just fill it up, why not? A little bit of silicone in there. So let's get that rubber. And we actually have more silicone that we need to smelt. Get that all in there. More plastics there. We have a bunch of silicone. And we can fit the rest of our gold in here. So we're just about at full capacity there with those smelters. Okay, let's head upstairs here to the CNC machines and see if we have room to queue anything up here. We do, so I have a bunch of plastics there. Let's get those in there. Electronic parts, I don't believe I have any of those yet. We can go ahead and get ourselves a full stack of those though, why not? Yeah, and we can keep the rest of our materials in here. We're going to need them there at one stage or another, I'm sure. Beautiful. I don't know what those power cables are doing here, but let's just leave them there for now. Alrighty, let's get ourselves back over to my tunnel, mine, mountain operation. I'm not sure what I'm calling it anymore. And I think I'm going to spend the rest of the video there. I think I'm going to clean up the rest of that tunnel with some mesh walls and some mesh roofing there, just to make it a little bit easier in the eye. Oops. And yeah, let me get myself over there.